News this morning. Outcome of presidential election petition tribunal continues to stir comments. Police say checkpoint in Port Harcourt not illegal. Governor Fubara's 100 days in office celebration continues. Queues surface at cooking gas plants in Port Harcourt. On the foreign scene, Apple shares fall for second day. Peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. I am Ifeimi Andrew. The Rivers State Civil Society Organization is calling on the Independent Electoral Commission to account for the money spent on acquiring the Bimodal Voter Accreditation System BVAS and INEC Result Viewing Portal IREV. In an interview, Chairman of RIVSCO, NFR George Will, said the judgment of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal exposed the uselessness of the technological approach introduced by INEC during the last elections. Mr. George Will said money spent on these systems, if channeled into revitalizing the refinery, would have produced better results.
Nigerians didn't just waste their precious time hoping for a technology-driven electoral regime, but lost millions and billions of naira on beavers that would have been used to fix most of our moribund industries, especially our refineries. If the INEC machine cannot expose the massive thumb printing and rigging that went on, especially the places and the polling unit it happened, what then is the usefulness? If so, seizes opportunity to call on the INEC to explain to Nigerians the essence of this waste and give account of spendings on the election. A robust and proper electoral reform is the way out.
He also called for robust electoral reform in the constitution. Meanwhile, the PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar says he will appeal the judgment of the Presidential Election Tribunal, which affirmed the election of APC's Bola Tinubu as president. Mr. Atiku said this during a press conference in Abuja on Thursday. He said he respected Wednesday's judgment but refused to accept it because it lacked fair justice.
My ultimate goal in this pursuit is to ensure that democracy is further strengthened through the principles and processes of fair hearing and justice. Though the judgment of the court yesterday is respected, it is a judgment that I refuse to accept. The disappointment in the verdict of the court can never destroy my confidence in the judiciary. I have asked my lawyers to activate my constitutionally guaranteed rights of appeal to the Supreme Court of Nigeria.
But the Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, who is a member of the PDP, thinks otherwise.
Why what Nigeria did not support them? Because I believe that their position was wrong. I believe in equity. I believe in fairness. I believe in justice. And of course, what do you expect? You see, I've always told people that election petition is not like any other case. It's a special area. It is not by propaganda. It is not one to social media. It is a presentation of evidence, facts, not what you tell people you are supporting outside.
In the meantime, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, has also rejected the judgment of the Presidential Election Petitions Court, describing it as against justice. Mr. Obi, who spoke in On Nature yesterday, announced his intention to appeal the judgment. On her part, the Labour Party's governorship candidate in Rivers State, Pichu Situbo, tells correspondent Emeka Otuka that she is optimistic about reclaiming her own mandate through the Governorship Election Tribunal.
We didn't approach the matter from the same angle, so we are optimistic that something good will come up. And we are not thinking that the ruling is going to be the same because the matters are not the same, the circumstances are not the same, and the approach too are not the same. So nobody should be discouraged. The election petitions is a process, and the process you can lose at the lower court and you win at the higher court. It has happened in Rivers State. Nakuko won at the lower court, won at the appeal, Wike won at the Supreme Court. So it's a process. Nobody should be discouraged. All they need to do is to continue to be prayerful and be optimistic that a new Nigeria is possible.
The spokesperson of Labour Party in the state, Gogo Wellington, in a telephone interview with correspondent Suebi Ruwari, said members of the party in the state aligned themselves with the decision of the national leadership of the party.
The disposition of the court made it clear to us that no amount of evidence could convince members of a panel who have made up their minds not to be convinced. The court obviously did not interpret the Constitution and relevant laws on the issues raised before it. We watched with dismay as the court made pronouncements that were completely strange to our laws. We in Rivers State chapter of the Labour Party completely reject the said judgment.
Mr. Wellington also expressed disappointment that the tribunal failed to make public their party's petition, but the spokesman of the SDP Governorship Campaign Council, Bethel Okojaja, said the tribunal only relied on the evidence available to it. Also, a member of Action Alliance, Joe Prince-Will, said if the judgment is not overturned, it may encourage INEC to violate the electoral law.
And demanding accountability from INEC, but we didn't see that how the cases were, trashed out based on technicalities. Nigerians are wary of the fact that a panel of 5 or 7 judges would determine the fate of 200 million Nigerians. But we expect the tribunal, and they insisted that INEC, had the independence to choose whatever method they like to transmit results. I feel Nigerians are disappointed.
In another development, Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara says his administration will continue to add value to the lives of the citizens and residents. Governor Fubara said this during the flag-off of some internal roads in Elelewon Obiakpo local government area as part of activities to mark his 100 days in office. Governor Fubara also urged the people to give the contractor for the project the needed support.
For me, this project is a very special project because it is not even Elelewon people that are going to benefit from it. It is the strangers that are living in these areas. So you can see that our government is not about our people direct, but even those people who dwell with us, who also help in the economic development of our dear state. I am not going to limit my project to my dear Elelewon people to only road. We will look into the security issues you're having because of the boundary between you and the Eleme.
On his part, the Commissioner for Works, George Kelly, said the total road length for the project is 25.12 kilometers. He said contractors have been fully mobilized to ensure completion of the road in 6 months.
Total length of drains on this road is 17.6 kilometers. We're going to be having the 600 drains with 150-meter wall and 150-millimeter base concrete. Then for the outfalls, which will take water and discharge to catchment areas, we have 1.2 meter in dimension line drains with 150-millimeter walls. In 6 months' time, we'll be here again for the commissioning of this project.
As you may know, Governor Fubara plans to commission and flag off a number of projects in the next 4 weeks. The commissioning of the dental and maxillofacial ENT and ophthalmology holds today. The government secondary school NECA will be commissioned tomorrow. The activities to mark the governor's 100 days in office are expected to end on October 9. Elsewhere, police say checkpoints are not illegal and were set up in Port Harcourt, the River State capital, to curb crime. The spokesperson of the River State Police Command, Grace Iringekoko, said this on Nigeria Info FM's Morning Crossfire yesterday. She also spoke against the extortion of money from road users at these checkpoints. The police spokesperson also made it clear that the police can conduct search on people's property and vehicles, but not on their phones without a court order. She also said that suggestion boxes have been made available at the police headquarters where citizens can drop anonymous messages for the police.
When you see anything suspicious within your area, come out to the nearest police station, which you can report, or you come to the headquarters. You also have numbers which you can also call if you don't want to come out. Then you tell us that these are the things you're seeing, and that we can help ourselves and also help your neighbor, help the citizens. That's what we are trying to do. We are trying to bring the citizens closer to the police so that we can be free, so that slogan that say police is your friend still exists within us. We have numbers that even if you want to hide your identity, you can call if you're scared.
Still to come, queues surfaced at cooking gas plants in Port Harcourt. Stay tuned.
Celebrating 100 days of pop
The Rivers State executives and local government coordinators of Bola Tinubu Solidarity Vanguard have congratulated their leader, Tony Okocha, on his appointment as the commissioner representing Rivers State on the Niger Delta deserved and merited. In a statement signed by the State Deputy Chairman Loki Otos and the Secretary Barbe Tambari Smith, they thanked President Tinubu for finding Mr. Okocha worthy of the appointment, which they say is a clear indication that he is a listening president and a rewarder of hard work and loyalty. The statement said they are optimistic about the capability of Mr. Okocha, who is their state coordinator, to perform well. It said the track record of his administrative powers speaks volumes. The group, however, thanked the Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, for ensuring that those who worked for President Tinubu in Rivers State were adequately rewarded. The second batch of beneficiaries of Obiakpo Local Government Postgraduate Grant Scheme came together to bestow an award of humanitarian deeds to the council chairman, Mr. George Ariolu. Speaking during the brief ceremony held at the council secretariat, the council chairman Ariolu emphasized his administration's unwavering commitment to human capacity and infrastructural development. He said he believes that investing in the development of human potential is the means for societal growth.
Our understanding being that when you invest in the human person, it lasts the test of time, and it goes with a positive effect that will last the test of time, because I'm visualizing where some of you will be through this, our help in the nearest future. That is why, even in the face of the paucity of funds, we are doing our best to actualize programs like this. For us, that is what government and governance should be.
Mr. Ariolu also highlighted some of the remarkable projects undertaken by his administration, which include the construction of 6 classroom blocks in Rumomoy, 19 classroom blocks in Woji, the construction of internal roads in the Rumolumeni community, construction of Rumoprikon Market or Guinigba Market, and the sponsorship of 9 students at the Chakin Maritime Academy, among others. Speaking on behalf of the beneficiaries, Juliet Okechukuchuku expressed their appreciation for Ariolu's competence and dedicated governance.
Honorable Barrister George P. Ariolu has, like an indelible stain, imprinted his footprint on the sand of time and as well written his name on the marble for not just initiating the postgraduate scheme that has inspired the great indigenous and residents of the government area, but silently encouraging our people at other levels of school and vocation. Hence, this auspicious visit and award presentation.
Long queues have surfaced at cooking plants across Port Harcourt following scarcity of the product, which has led to an increase in the price of the available product. Our correspondent who monitored some cooking gas plants around Ada George Rumusiano Birikwere reports that some of the gas plants do not have the products. Some of the cooking gas vendors blame the hike in price on the 2-day warning strike by the NLC. Others blamed it on crisis within the association.
Since 4 days ago now, we are buying 840. Like this one, I just go this side, buy 800. Yesterday, I say 900 per kg. Yeah, because I buy 840, say 900.
Whenever if dollar increase, you go here say gas don't increase, gas don't increase. But this way gas increase now, I don't know what to be because of the increments.
Nowhere to see a single gas, no matter any price, nowhere. They say I thought they strike. They don't call off the strike. We don't know the reason why gas no dey anywhere. It affecting me because all my customers is coming nowhere to see gas and attend them. Everything they high. They affecting us well.
Some users also spoke to our correspondent.
Normally feed gas with about 9,600 naira for 12.5 kg now. Yesterday they filled with 10,600 naira. When you compare the difference, it's about 8,000 naira. You know what 8,000 naira means to every family?
This is the third place I've got to now. And I do not see gas. I go to first place, second place is closed. So he's the only one that open here now, but he said he don't have gas. I have to go to the first station to check if I can get gas.
Don't go like how many places since morning. I no fit see gas buy. Price where they call for me, they say na 950.
Yesterday I go gas plant. People food there, they work for space. 1 kg na 800. Before I'm been there for 6 something. So the gas just they top every day.
Our correspondent reports that cooking gas, which was formerly sold for 600 naira at wholesale price, has now risen to between 800 and 850 naira, while retailers now sell at a rate of 900 to 950 naira per kg, as against the former price of 750 naira. In other news, satellite television DSTV says it is offering a special package called the DSTV Prestige. A statement from DSTV said the special package has 1 year of non-stop premium entertainment, VVIP customer service, a limited edition gold decoder, and exclusive lifestyle benefits. The statement said subscribers will enjoy exclusive discounts from Swatch, Nike, Eco Hotel, Polo Luxury, MedPlus, Tommy Hilfiger, Adidas, and others. It said it is turning its focus to the world of luxury, where exclusivity reigns and customers seek more than just products to create unique and exclusive experiences. The statement also said that the DSTV Prestige is a true embodiment of exclusivity and special treatment. It urged those interested to visit dstv.com/prestige to sign up.
And now we'll bring you news from around the world.
Shares in Apple have fallen for a second day in a row after reports that Chinese government workers have been banned from using iPhones. The firm's stock market valuation has fallen by more than 6%, or almost $200 billion in the last 2 days. China is the technology giant's third largest market, accounting for 18% of its total revenue last year.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
On the news this morning, you heard that the outcome of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal has continued to stir comments. The police has said that checkpoints in Port Harcourt are not illegal. Governor Fubara's 100 days in office celebration continues today. Queues have surfaced at cooking gas plants in Port Harcourt. On the foreign scene, Apple shares have fallen for a second day in a row. The news was edited by Choma Ezenwafo. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp 0808 721 7215. Cloudy weather in Port Harcourt this morning. Remember, peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. My name is Efemi Andrew. Good morning.
You are tuned in to 92.